know that it's like a very commonly thought of as a high-level archetype, but Lexi being a 3-and-D kind of player, how much does that help with you with versatility that you can insert that kind of player into basically any lineup?
Yeah, it really helps because you're right. She's like a plug and play. You can utilize her with lots of different matchups on the floor, lots of different teammates and rotations on the floor. She's improved in her ability to get to the rim. She's a great off-ball cutter, so she's not just a traditional 3-and-D, but her versatility, especially defensively, allows us to utilize her in a lot of ways.
When you think about versatility, you talked about going smaller recently, maybe a bigger when Damaris comes back. How much of that is experimenting, practice feel? How do you get a feel for how to actually best use versatility on a game-to-game basis?
Well, I mean, we had ideas about and conversations about it in the off season, but you don't truly get a feel until you get a feel for who can play together, who can play well together. Who it looks like can play well together on paper doesn't always manifest itself when it comes to the analytics and the numbers. And so it takes a sample size. So, the hope is you get Dee Dee back and, you get C back at some point and you finally have a roster, right, that gives you an opportunity to do that in a larger sample size. I mean, we've had, players in and out with Sophie and C in and out and Dee Dee in and out. So we've been able to manipulate some of them, but not at the full scale of what we're probably capable of.
You mentioned C, so the daily update question. What was she able to do today? Do you have any anticipation that she might be available tomorrow?
Well, we went through semi-live shooting drills. I mean, it wasn't really live; it was semi-live shooting drills. Still hasn't gone full speed in a practice or a live defensive group, but she's been getting some 3-on-3 work, on her own. So, I think the biggest thing is, she's stated she's not a fan of minutes restrictions. If there's going to be a minutes restriction, maybe we'll hold her another game. But it's evaluating her again in the morning, seeing what she's done with however many days there have been of more loading, and make a decision from there. But again, I prioritize the long term. Her long-term health and wellness and making sure that when she comes back, she's 100%.
Leah talks about giving herself more grace this season. How do you feel like her giving herself more grace this season has contributed to her success?
I think it helps her not get in her head. She's a type A perfectionist and she wants everything to go right all the time, and so she's hard on herself. And sometimes when your greatest strength sometimes can be your greatest weakness, and being hard on yourself allows you to become great, but sometimes it also hinders your opportunity to get out of your own head. So I think giving herself grace, allowing herself to go through that, feel that, recognize that, have awareness of it, and then let it go has really helped her bounce back.